John 8:12 says, "Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." We all have intuition, that intuition that will tell us, yes, do the right thing, or no, don't do the right thing. And that's the voice in our head. Ultimately, I think that voice in our head is God telling us or guiding us to the right, in the right direction. And what happens a lot of times is that when you're not a true Christian and bought into the principles of the Bible, and just as an individual in general, it's easy to fall into temptation. The more you start to justify doing the wrong thing, the voice in your head telling you, no, don't do it, gets lower and lower. You justify it once, it's easier to do it twice. You do it twice, it's easier to justify worse. And it's always that fork in the road. It's never one decision that allows somebody to end up X or Y. It's a cultivation of multiple decisions over a long period of time. Again, because that intuition, that voice in our head, God speaking and guiding us in the right direction, gets lower and lower the more you listen to the devil, ultimately. So it's something I wanted to share. Easter Sunday yesterday spoke a lot about forgiveness, Jesus dying and then resurrecting for us, ultimately dying for our sins and forgiving us of our sins. But the point is that I think a lot of people who are younger hear the message that Jesus forgives, and they think that time is on their side, which it is, and Jesus does forgive. But the problem with that is that they know that they can now go out, do multiple things that may not be right in God's eyes, but know that when they come back to God, he'll be there with open arms. And so the problem like that is almost like cheating on your wife or disrespecting your parent. It's really like slapping them in the face, because ultimately you know that cheating on your wife is the wrong thing to do. But let's say your wife has so much unconditional love for you, you know that she'll always be there, but you still go out and cheat. You're going to feel that guilt and shame. So the point is that we should, as Christians, be teaching the message of going out and doing the right thing. Think about God, have God's perspective, listen to God's voice, that voice in our mind to tell us to do the right thing, rather than getting further and further away from doing what's right ultimately. Because again, there's always a fork in the road decision, and it's never just one bad decision that ends up, that'll put you in a certain position in your life. And so wanted to get that message out there. Hope you guys find value. Happy Easter. Hope you had a great weekend.